Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This video is for my naturalistas. So whenever I use that term, I mean those women who have kinky, coiled, wavy, and when I mean wavy, Z pattern, S curl type hair, okay, aka afro hair. But it might not be afro hair, it could be a looser curl pattern or hair like mine's, but the regimen that I use can correspond to any of those types. So this is just a hair update, and I wanted to give you guys a hair update because I have previous videos on hair where I talk about products that I used in my hair, and I also mention different methods that I've used, and some things have changed recently. So I just figured I'd come on here and give you guys an update on things in my regimen and some of the things that I've just learned during my natural hair journey. So I've been natural. I actually stopped counting because I didn't want to get too obsessed with limb checks and counting and things like that. But an estimate, I have been natural for nearly 4 years, I would say. It's coming about that upon 4 years, probably when we hit winter. So yeah, I cut off all my hair. Previously I was straightened, and if I had a picture of me with straightened hair, I would show you guys, but I don't have one right now. But previously I was straightened, and I cut it all off. I grew it 3 inches worth, and then I cut it off, and I had 3 inches on top of my head after the big chop, and I cut it off myself. And my sister actually helped me cut off the rest that I couldn't really get to. Because she was the first to cut hers off, and we're pretty similar. So when I saw what her hair looked like, I was like, wow, that actually looks pretty nice, and I cut mine off. And then of course I got into the, the liberated side of it, like how you feel liberated once you do that and not using the creamy crack anymore. So yeah, it's been almost 4 years, I believe. Since then, I have colored my hair, and when I say colored my hair, I put highlights in it, and that was like a long time ago. I'm not sure if you can really see, but it's like the lighter, this lighter brown hair that you see in my hair. I'm not sure how well you can see it in this lighting, but it's not very drastic. I did it once, and I do plan to go back and do it again, but first I want to grow my hair out a little bit more before I do it, because when I do it again, it's going to be more drastic, and I want to have a certain length before I do it. When I say more drastic, I'm still going to do highlights. I considered doing the whole thing, but I don't want to do the whole head. I'm still going to do highlights, but they're going to be more prominent highlights. And this time, last time I went to Miss Jessie's curl bar, because the person who makes Miss Jessie's products, the two sisters, they do have salons. So I went to one of their salons, and I actually sustained a little bit of heat damage from their salon, because the women that they had in there doing my hair at least, she wasn't very knowledgeable. So I would know now, going back, how to prepare my hair, just so that they dye it and I do everything else that deals with heat or stretching or washing or detangling or anything like that. The only thing that they would do is dye it. But I'm waiting to do that, and plus it's also very expensive, so pacing with that. And since then, I've just my hair bounced back. Like they basically loosened my curl pattern a bit, but honestly, it was workable. It wasn't damaged to the point of beyond repair. I just had, my curl pattern was just a little looser. So I was pretty much went on about with my usual hair regimen, and then I came upon something called co-washing, and I did a video on that, and I started to co-wash and use that as my weekly washing regimen instead of shampooing, because I found that that left my hair way softer, and it actually worked pretty well, especially right after having my hair dyed and colored. So I actually did that for a couple of months. What I would do is I would co-wash and then maybe once a month shampoo my hair with a clarifying shampoo. Now, after several months of doing this, I can now say that that is no longer a method that is good for my hair type and is good for me to use. My hair, I have 4A, 4B hair. There's a conversation about whether or not there's a 4C. I used to say I have 4A through 4C, but actually all of my hair on my head has a curl pattern. So I'm going to classify it as 4A, 4B because I have a coily pattern and I have the kind of S-curl zigzag pattern. So those are the two patterns in my head. So I stopped doing the co-washing method because what I actually found was that my hair became dull. And so I would wash the hair and it wouldn't get the shiny, soft, light, fluffy, lustery feeling that it has after being shampooed. It would actually, after months of doing it, I noticed that my hair was dull. And I think that what happened was a buildup occurred over the months. So after several months of using it, I had several months of product on my hair that wasn't being washed off. And even though I did the clarifying cleanse once a month, it wasn't enough. So then I was going to opt to do just coordinate with shampooing and 1 week and then co-washing the next week, shampooing 1 week, co-washing the next week. But I just decided to shampoo because I feel that my hair works best with shampoo. And also when you co-wash, I noticed a lot of times that my scalp would itch and it would lead me to scratching my head more. So my hair really just needs to be shampooed. My scalp really just needs to be shampooed to remove the oil. And I prefer the light, fluffy feeling that shampoo gives my hair after washing it compared to the dull feeling that co-washing gives my hair. So I really took co-washing out of my regimen. And the only time I would use it, and I would say the only time really that it's good to use, in my opinion, is like mid-week. Maybe you want to change up your style. Maybe you were wearing a wash and go and you want to do a braid out, or mid-week your hair might feel a little dry and you want to give it more moisture. Then you can hop in the shower and do a co-wash and put moisture into your hair that way. So for future usage, that is the only way that I will be using the co-wash from now on, is to, if I need a boost of moisture in my hair and I don't want to shampoo it. So while I'm on the co-washing subject, I will show you this product that I found, and I plan to do a review on it. But I'll talk a little bit about it now. Actually, I probably could just, no, I'll do a separate review because I don't want to put too much into the title. So this is the product. It's As I Am Coconut Co-Wash Cleansing Conditioner, and it says beautiful coils and curls. Basically, I'm not sure if this is someone's line, started off YouTube, but I found this in Rite Aid. And it's not a shampoo and it's not a conditioner. It's a mixture of both. So it basically says that it has enough of the ingredients in it to remove oils and builds up off your hair, but at the same time moisturizing it and leave it moisturized. So it's a co-washing cream, and I used a good amount of it. My friend also used some of it, so you know it's pretty down there. But I was using this for some time when I stuck to the co-washing routine, and I still had the buildup on my hair. So this definitely doesn't act like a shampoo, but it does get some buildup off your hair. So this is actually something that I'm going to keep in my regimen, even though I'm not going to do the co-washing anymore. It's pretty much like an emergency. Like I don't have time to shampoo, I'll do a co-wash, or I need something to put moisture back in my hair midweek, my hair's feeling dry or something like that, then I'll hop in the shower and lather this on and put moisture in that way. So I plan to keep this in my routines, in my regimen. So this is something that I've added for whenever I do want to do the co-wash. And yeah, so Other than that, I've added some other products that I wanted to show you guys. So another thing that happened with my hair was that I pretty much got lax with it. And they say, you know, when you reach your hair goal, don't stop doing your regimen, because that is when, you know, things start to go downhill when you stop doing your regimen. And that's exactly what I did. I pretty much reached my hair goal, and I also just got tired of the hair every day, hair everywhere. You know, you can't have fun with your hair. Your hair is starting to feel more like a labor, because you have to take all these precautions. You can't dye it, you can't use heat, you can't, you know, everything to protect the strands, and it just became kind of daunting for me to even have to think about doing my hair. So at one point in time I said, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, because it's my hair, and like everybody says, it's just hair, right? So what I was doing at one point was I was doing co-washing, but in order to stretch out my co-washing, I was diffusing. Now there's nothing wrong with diffusing, but sometimes I would diffuse and then I would stretch it out using like direct heat with a concentrator on my hair. And sometimes I would go to sleep and I'm like, it was very, very humid over the last couple of months, so I would use that concentrator daily on my hair to stretch my hair out. And my hair can take heat. It probably could take it once a week if I was going to use the diffuser. But I noticed from me using the concentrator and doing that like on a daily basis, it actually made my hair very, very dry, and it kind of damaged some of my hair, especially towards the ends. So since then, I have basically taken my caution that I threw to the wind back, and now I understand, you know, why there are rules and why people, you know, are very meticulous and careful when it comes to their natural hair, because it is very delicate. It's not as oily, and it is very delicate. So I am no longer using heat, and I'm not going to recommend that anyone else use it. I mean, you do it if you want to, but do know that there are repercussions. And I was using a heat protectant. I'd use coconut oil as a heat protectant. I have another all-natural heat protectant that I used. I have about 3 different heat protectants that I was using, but still the heat had an effect on my hair, and it kind of just made it a little dry and feel a little straw-like. So that's when I was like, you know what, I'm going to stop using this heat, and I'm going to just do things how I used to do it, which is stretching my hair with braids or twists, or if I do the co-wash, you know, just diffuse it. If it shrinks because of humidity, it shrinks because of humidity, and just leave it alone and embrace it. So because in the end, healthy hair is what really matters. And like I said, I had achieved the length that I wanted, and now I want to grow my hair even longer. So the one thing that it's another thing I took out of my regimen is heat. I'm no longer going to use heat on my hair. So what you're seeing on me today is me stretching out my hair. I washed it yesterday, and I stretched it out with braids. So what you're seeing today is a result of a 1-day stretch. And I'll turn around so you'll see. So this is the length that my hair gets after a 1-day stretch. For my hair to get completely stretched out, it might take 3 or 4 days of stretching. But I'll just show you where it's going to come down when I pull it. And I just clipped my hair too, but just so you guys can see where it's at right here. And this is my breast, so it comes right here on my breast. Okay, so that means that if I was to straighten my hair would fall like that. In the front, it'll come here. This is to my collarbone here. So, but on a 1-day stretch, it's like this. Over the time, it'll get bigger, stretch. Over the days that I stretch it. And that's only because water, when you wet your hair, it automatically soaks it up and causes it to coil upon itself. So, to coil and reform. And you know what? I actually like it like this, and I like being able to wear it different ways. So, I'm just showing you guys, you know, why I was using the heat to stretch my hair, because I just wanted to see more of my length. But in retrospective, in retrospect, it's not, it wasn't a good idea to do that. It's best to just do it this way, using braids and using non-heated methods, because you can basically break your hair down with the heat and cause it to be damaged. So since then, what I've been doing to repair the damage, previously I would use this once a month or whenever I felt needed. This is the deep penetrating conditioner for damaged hair. It's an all herbal formula by Deity America, and if you look up Deity America on YouTube, they have a couple of videos where they talk about their product, and I did a little review on this. Okay, you can get it for $11 to $14 in your probably any beauty supply store, or you can also buy it online. And it just has, it's a deep penetrating conditioner for damaged hair, and it says restores dry brittle hair, mends split ends, stops breakage, strengthens hair, adds body and shine, and adds moisture. And if you can see, it has this little before and after picture of what it does to the hair. So in it, it has 100% Tibet herbal essence, ginseng, Ganderma lucidum, angelica, pseudo ginseng, wheat, protein, and avocado. So they actually changed the smell of it, because it used to smell like an Indian dish, and it actually smells more like baby powder wheat kind of stuff. But that's what it looks like. And I've been using this once a week. You can just use it with a hot towel on your head, or with a under the humidifier, the beautiful hair steamer, or it's not humidifier, beautiful hair steamer, or the hair dryer, depending on what you have. I have a hair dryer. I do plan to get the hair steamer, but I have a hair dryer. I put it on the cap, and it's 20 minutes under the dryer, 40 minutes with the hot towel. So I've been using that, and so far it's been, I'd say, about 3 weeks that I've used it on my head, and I noticed a huge difference. It really is helping to bring my hair back. As you see now, it looks soft, it looks fluffy, it feels soft, it feels fluffy. I've also been making sure to wet it with water every day. That is something else that I fell off on. I was just depending on moisturizing products and not using any actual water in my hair. And some of the moisturizing products are fine, especially, sorry, I have dust on my computer. Moisturizing products are fine, especially if you're if you just want some quick moisture to your hair. But sometimes your hair just needs the real deal. It just needs water, and with my hair type, it likes water. So I went back to using a homemade refresher spritzer, and I don't have it with me right now, but it's basically, mine I usually put water, some vegetable glycerin, some essential oils like lavender, rosemary, or just rosemary, you know, lang lang, yang yang, however you say that. You know, just essential oils that are good for the hair. And I put that in there, mix those in. You can use peppermint to stimulate hair growth. The rosemary also stimulates hair growth. And just when you need to restyle your hair, use that as a spritzer. So putting water into my hair, other than water-based products, is another thing that I've added back into my regimen. And now, also to help strengthen my hair, once a week after washing, I've also added this product, which is the Shea Moisture Yucca and Aloe Thickening Growth Milk. This product smells amazing, but it works really good. It has biotin and bamboo extracts, and the biotin is really good for growing your hair, giving you good, clearing up your skin, renewing your skin, helping you grow your nails. It's usually found in eggs, carrots, and bananas, and so they remove it and they have it in the vitamin form where you can take it as a vitamin. So I also plan to go back and get some biotin, because that's how I grew my hair really fast. Well, it aided in growing my hair really, I guess I would say fast. I'm not sure if it grew faster than usual, but I think it did help, because my hair grew back in pretty fast. So this actually has the biotin in the ingredient, and as soon as I put this on my hair, I notice a difference. It automatically softens my hair, and I do feel as if my hair is getting stronger, and it's basically repairing itself. So this is something else, the Shea Moisture. So after I shampoo, and then I use the deep penetrating conditioner, and I rinse that out, and then I add my leave-in, which I use the Shea Moisture leave-in, and then I add the Shea Moisture growth milk to my hair, and then usually after that I just do shea butter and style however I want. So that's what I've been doing, and the shea butter also helps repair the hair. So just doing that, my hair has really bounced back. It has, because it was really dry and straw-like feeling, and it doesn't feel like that anymore. So if anybody has had that problem from heat, I definitely recommend those products. And something else that I've been doing, I'll show you my one other product first. A new product that I've added to my regimen for my conditioner, because previously I was using the Regimen's natural conditioner, and that conditioner is fine and dandy, but I'm really into using as much natural products as I can for my hair, because that really what works the best for my hair. Regimen is fine if you're in a budget and you really can't afford the natural products, but it does have a lot of alcohols in it, so it can over time dry out your hair. And I did notice my hair not feeling as soft as it usually does when I use that product. And I use the Regimen Naturals for probably like maybe half a year or something like that. I mean, it's decent, but I just wanted to switch back to my natural product because I prefer it. And I think my hair prefers it. But if you use the Regimen Naturals and it works fine, continue to use it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't make your hair break off. It doesn't have any silicones in it, so it's not really drying. But for me, the natural product just works. I like it better. It's as if I'm feeding my hair. So right now, this is a new conditioner that I'm using, that I'm feeding my hair with, and I love this because, like the Shea Moisture conditioner, it also works as a leave-in. So usually if I put the Shea Moisture conditioner on, I do not wash it out, I just leave it as a leave-in. And people do that with products that don't say you can do that. I would not recommend that. If a product says wash it out of your hair, wash it out of your hair. If it says you can leave it in, then leave it in. Follow the directions, people, because they're on there for a reason. So this is the Honey Hemp Detangling and Moisturizing Oil Hair Conditioner. And she puts her picture on there. She looks so cute. Okay, so my hair can do that too, by the way. No matter how long it is, it can always go back to there. Yeah, so so I use this, and I do not use a conditioner, and I do not wash it out. I just leave it in. So I have usually, when I'm not doing the deep conditioner, or I'm using a different leave-in other than the Shea Moisture, I will use that conditioner. Okay, but just recently I've been doing the deep conditioner every day, every week, and I will continue to do the deep conditioner every week with a protein treatment. That's the protein treatment, the deity, until my hair feels like it is completely rejuvenated. And there's nothing wrong with using a protein treatment every week if your hair needs it. But at some point in time, once the process is finished, you wouldn't want to use the protein treatment every week, because too much protein can actually be drying to your hair. So you would want to go back to a conditioner that doesn't have a protein in it. And Shea Moisture has a great deep conditioner that is protein free, and that is what I would use afterwards. Okay, so this is the last thing that I've added to my hair regimen, and this is this. And this is just my little homemade herbal rinse. You can kind of still see there's herbs in there. You can even charge it up if you want to. And this is not only for curly hair, this is for straight hair people, all people with hair. Two herbs that are really good for strengthening your hair. One herb that's really good for strengthening your hair is thyme. And one herb that's really good for growing and stimulating hair growth is rosemary. So what this is thyme and rosemary. So I pretty much made it like you would make a tea. I took, a tablespoon of thyme, a tablespoon of rosemary. You want to put that in at least 16 ounces of water. If you can have a tablespoon of each in the cup. I let it steep for at least 20 minutes, but mine steeped way more longer time than that. Pretty much until it got room temperature, and then, or cool, and then I poured it out into this bottle, and I just keep this in the fridge so that it doesn't go bad. There's probably some kind of preservative you can put in it if you want, but I have room in my fridge, so I just keep this in the fridge. And basically where this comes into the wash routine is that after I shampoo, and then after I condition, and detangle, and when I rinse the conditioner out, I will pour this into my scalp and into my hair, put back on the plastic cap and put back on the towel, or sit in the dryer, whatever it is you want to do. Leave this on for 15 minutes so that it has time to be absorbed into the pores in my hair and into my scalp. You can leave it on for longer if you want. It depends on just how much time you have in your day. And then go and do a very light rinse. Like, I don't even have to rinse all of the herbal water out of my hair. That is not really my goal. I actually do want a little bit of it that left in there, but what your pores can absorb, they will absorb. So you do a very light rinse, and I rinse it with cold water, and then I just go on to styling my hair. And I use this when I was relaxed, and I grew my hair very, very long when I was relaxed. It pretty much was down my back, the same way that my hair grows now when it's not relaxed. It grew that same way. So this is very good for aiding in hair growth, and it's so cool because you can use it, make it with stuff that's like right in your kitchen. So yeah, just making sure I didn't forget anything. Okay, so I also have a new shampooing technique that I'm doing, which a lot of you might already do, but I've never done. But now I'm doing it because I find that it helps me with detangling, and it helps create less knots in my hair, which is sectioning my hair off before I shampoo. So before, usually if my hair is tangled, I'll get in the shower and let the water run in my hair, and once the water has untangled my hair, I will put sections of my hair and twist or braid those sections, and then proceed to shampoo my hair in sections. So I've been doing that, and it actually works pretty well because I'm not mushing all my hair together, and it's not causing any tangles on my head. So I get less breakage, I get less tangles, and it's just a gentler way to use to handle your hair. Another thing that I've been doing with my hair to be more gentle with it is finger combing first before I use a wide tooth comb. And I've completely taken the Denman, or my imitation Denman that I use, out of the equation, and I've used that for years, and I've never really had a problem with it. But I just want to be more gentler with my hair, cause less breakage. So finger detangling first, and then in sections, and then I use a wide tooth comb. And I gotta tell you, my hair gets detangled either way, so, and less hair comes out. There are some people who say that Denman can pretty much be like a tangle tweezer and shed the hair and kind of rake through it and rip it. So I've stopped using the Denman, and I just use my fingers and the wide tooth comb, and way less hair comes out that way. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully if anyone is going through anything similar, this information out there can help you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Until next time, guys, peace and love.